Hey viewer, I hope you're doing well. We're in February 2025, and today I just wanted to speak about the kinds of spouses that you, my viewer, should not marry, because they'll definitely translate to something or transform to something. So the number one spouse that you should not even think of marrying is a spouse who disrespects you, a spouse who disrespects your parent, whether you're spiritual or your biological parent. For whatever reason, that's not a person that you should marry, because disrespect will translate down to many things: financially, socially, spiritually, in every angle that you might even think or imagine in your life. Another type of spouse that you should not marry is, don't marry a lazy person. I believe that men should be the providers and the wives should fill in the gaps or help their husbands when they are not maybe able to meet a certain threshold. Let's say your husband is buying a property and they have raised maybe 3 million, which you know exists. And then maybe they need a top up of around 2 million. You as the wife should be able to top that up. Another thing I want to say is every couple should have 4 types of accounts: their personal accounts, their savings or expenses accounts as a couple, where they are supposed to be topping up a certain amount of money depending on their budget as a family. And then that account, that savings or all expense account, should be joint, and so that at any given point that this couple can be able to access that money and pay the whatever bills that they want to pay. And then they should have now their individual savings account. This savings account, they can save whatever amount that they want to save for their own personal use. So I've spoken of 4 types of accounts that can help a couple manage their expenses or have a systematic way of managing their expenses and their savings for future use. Another person that you should not marry is an unbeliever, because what qualities are you intending to have in your home if you've married an unbeliever? I believe someone should meet their Jesus before meeting you as a spouse, okay? Another person that you should not marry is someone without mentors, because can you imagine a vehicle without brakes? That vehicle is bound to actually get an accident. So before marrying your spouse, please make sure that they have valid mentors, people that they listen to, people who can who put some breaks in their lives, not just spouses who don't have mentors. Remember this, that marriages are indeed made in heaven, but they have to be maintained here on earth. And another spouse that you should not marry is an absentee spouse. These are spouses who are always just concerned about outward appearance and outward things more than they are concerned about their in-house affairs, and they'll end up neglecting your house matters. Imagine they'll translate into absentee parents. Who is an absentee parent? Is a parent who does not even know their child. They're never there. I always tell people, within 24 hours, you should ask yourself how many hours you've spent with your family, with your wife, or with your child, because 24 hours translates to 7 days, and 7 days translate to a month, and a month translates to years. So if you cannot account for 24 hours as an individual when it comes to your family matters, in terms of how many hours you've spent with your family members, then I think you might end up being an absentee spouse. So don't marry absentee spouses, people who are just concerned about outward businesses and matters and not really concerned about their in-house affairs, because they translate to absentee parents. So also don't marry an abusive spouse, because they'll later be abusive parents. Be quick to unlearn and relearn behaviors that you picked from your parents, especially as millennials, okay? Learn to talk gently to your child and not just be shouting at them all the time or beating them around without even correcting them in the right way. In fact, I'm going to do a video of how whatever role that a mother should play in their child's life and versus whatever role that a father should play in their child's life. So let's learn to be gentle with our children. It's through being gentle that you'll understand where your child stands, who they are, and you can be able to correct them well. Don't marry a permissive spouse. These ones are the kind of spouses that don't have breaks, all right, or boundaries. They allow everything and everything. So this will definitely translate to permissive parents who cannot even correct their children, because then they themselves do not have boundaries. So do not marry or settle down with a permissive spouse. Get a spouse who has some boundaries in their lives, and then instead marry a participatory spouse, because they'll definitely translate to participatory parents in the long run. Okay, they'll be doing homework with their children. They will be helping you to cook in the kitchen. They'll be helping you. They'll be there. They'll be participating in every activity in your life as a spouse, and even in the life of your children. I will also urge parents not just to have children because they can bear children, but they should have children that they can care for. Just look at the time that you have on your plate as a parent. That time you should divide between or amongst you the number of children that you have. So don't just be quick to bear children because you can bear them. Bear children that you can take care of. Wives, don't just be sitting there and there doing nothing. You don't even know where your husband's business location is. Sometimes visit those business premises. Just get to know what your husband really does to get his money. Take time to visit your husband's business or office place. Men, remember that you're the heads, and wives, remember that you're the necks. What's the work of a neck? Comment in the comment section if you really understand what the work of a neck is. That's it from me. Thank you for watching this to the very end. If you've not supported me on YouTube, please do so. I still go by the name Sarah Ayuma, and get to watch my videos, comment on them, subscribe to the channel, comment on my videos, like them, share, and practice the lessons that you've learned. Stay tuned for my next available video, and definitely God bless you.